Welcome to Listen.
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin.
And Jill.
And I'm a little bright today.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know what my theme was.
You were,
It's not lighted up, but it's kind of like...
Light it up. And remember, not everybody can see you unless they're on YouTube.
But okay.
Robin looks like a Christmas...
Statue of Liberty.
Actually,
when I put this headband on with the light bulbs, I felt a little bit like Lady Liberty.
Did you just get this for the occasion?
100%. I said at Maddie last night, I said, go to Walmart. They didn't have any. I said, Dave, he takes good care of me. He's like, I think Walgreens has them. And I was like, Maddie, going over to Walgreens. Now, I was sad today because I saw a lot of people in the hall that had some of these too, and they got theirs at the Dollar Tree.
Oh.
So I think they paid $2 and I paid $9 for but it is higher quality. See, it's heavy.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice.
Oh, yeah, that's going to last you years.
I won't know where it is next year either. So
you need to find a space in your classroom.
I actually have a little bed that's been for costumes. So I think I'll stick this.
You have something for costumes?
Yeah.
I have a little area in my classroom for costumes too, but we have a newer teacher. I say newer because he started actually last year, Mr. Johnson, and he has apparently a closet full of costumes in his classroom. Oh, you would love him. He's very energetic. He was walking around as Elf today.
Oh.
Legit looked like.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So there you go. But I'm having to say that you got that. I do have on a Christmas sweater.
I know.
Do you see that? It's got all the Christmas movies.
Oh,
but it's kind of a lie because it says a few of my favorite things.
And we know those are not true.
Yeah.
Are any of those your favorite things, actually?
I don't know. I mean, I like Christmas movies, but I'm not like. I mean, I say I like them. I'll watch them.
I've already watched 2 of them.
Yeah.
3 already.
On my shirt or just in general?
3 of them. No, on this shirt.
But people really liked this. Shout out to Sassy Junk. That's where I got it.
That is cute.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So, all right. Well.
All right. Highs and lows.
Highs and lows.
Okay.
I will start us.
Okay.
My high was that.
Oh my gosh, you're going to steal mine away.
Yeah, I am.
I had 2 because I knew you would steal this one. I knew. Because it is so wonderful. So
yes. So this is what you don't know. Here's a little bit of backstory.
Okay.
Is we know that there's been a lot of things that have been happening at your building.
Yes.
There's been a lot of things, a lot of just craziness at home.
Some hard
times with stuff. And so our PACE group that meets on Friday, we've brought it up and we've been praying for your building and just all those things. And then in that, it was brought up by somebody who was like, why don't we do something? And like, what is something we can do for them? And so we just kind of started brainstorming, and what we ended up doing is there was emails going quite for a couple of weeks about OMS kindness, what we're going to do for our neighbors at North. And we snuck over here.
It was so wonderful.
On a Friday, and we were handing out popcorn and soda.
Cold soda.
Yeah, we had that refrigerated.
Nice. It was nice.
And that was fresh popcorn.
Listen, it was amazing.
Yeah, they had just popped that. We got it in bags. We sorted it. And then we had staff members that wrote notes of encouragement.
It was really nice. I mean, honestly.
And what we just talked about, like, people would reach out to me and they're like, what should I say? And I was just like, you know what? Like, let God guide the pen for you. And then the right people will get the right note. Yeah. And so I hope that's what happened. And it was so nice, though, like the surprise on your all's faces as we were coming over, like, what are you doing? And then we're like, and popcorn and soda. And
it was. And, it was so thoughtful. And the notes were so amazing on top of it. But I think what else made it special is because so many of you came from North.
Yeah.
So it was like a family reunion, too, that we don't get to see you very often. And honestly, it was, I mean, even on Monday, people still talked about. Like, it really meant a lot to us, and it was just an awesome surprise. It was.
And I think that's one of the things, too, with Ozarks becoming a larger district, and there's, a lot of our neighbors are starting to have that, but we're still a community.
Yes.
And I think that's something we can all do is figure out just ways to reach out to make things feel smaller. I mean, even if you're a Springfield school, what can you do for another building? And it could just be have everybody in your building write a nice note 100%. And send it in school mail over there and just say, pass these out for us. I love it. And so I guess that would be my encouragement, because as much as I hope that it like blessed you guys, but it did for us as well. Like our building coming together for that. So
it 100% blessed us. It was an awesome surprise. It was everybody. Like, I mean, everybody was just
It was
awesome.
We had a lot of good messages, so I appreciated that. So I'm not going to go with any lows. I'm just
to go on a high.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a quick low, and I'm going to have to say this really quick because my husband does actually listen to this weekly. And
so maybe he won't listen to this part?
I'm hoping this, but he's got a cold.
Oh.
Mother of pearl. Listen, I was not called to be a nurse or a caregiver of an older gentleman.
Of an older gentleman? Wow.
He's a little bit older than I am, so I can say that.
Like how much older?
6 years.
Oh, yeah.
So like, I mean, he's past his 50s, and
Yeah.
I'm still just
You're
young
just like
46.
you're spring chicken.
But it is so hard because he just doesn't feel good and everything. So it's just been a little bit. I'm glad to be a stand after today and doing this with you. What can I do tomorrow night?
Yeah, like Jill, can we meet again and record advance even more so? Yeah.
And I do feel bad because he really is sick. He's ran fever, and I mean he really is sick. So I really do hate that for him, but I really hate it for me too. So, and
I don't know where he stands in this, but
I'll tell you where he's laying down on the couch because he can't move.
Sometimes when certain individuals get sick, they take it a lot harder than others.
He takes it a lot harder.
And I think that is just a good reminder at times, like why some of us have children and some of us don't.
And the worst part is Dave is very good at when like I'm sick or something. He's very good at like I don't ask for it ever, and I don't complain, but he goes above and beyond. So like I feel like I need to, but it just doesn't feel like it's right here in my heart.
Right.
So it feels like it's I'm like, here, let me get this for you. But then he says, well, can you get that too? And I'm like,
yeah. Sean and I, neither one are very sympathetic to each other. And I wish we were a little bit better. We're just not like
he is, and I'm not, and I hate that. It's a horrible trait on my part. But
well, what can you do? We can't.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
We can't have all the qualities.
We can't be perfect.
No,
we have to have a flaw.
If that's your flaw, Robin, then so be it. You know,
you hear that, Dave? So be it. Okay.
There are worse things.
Anyway, my high was going to definitely be the kindness thing, but I had another high because I figured that so you know that I think you know that I played the trumpet in high school.
Yes.
Okay.
Still waiting for you to bring it in.
Well, it's here. And so I started this week. Cola next door is works with me, and he plays a ukulele.
Oh.
And the guitar. And so at kindergarten lunch, we play a Christmas song every day.
Oh.
We started today.
Uh-huh.
And we played.
Just at kindergarten?
Well, we might expand, but we have to warm up because
and the kindergartners don't know if you're messing it up or not.
No. And one of my things on my trumpet gets stuck, but I'm not going to pay oil because I only play it once a year.
Yeah.
So there was a little mess up there, but it was amazing and it's so fun. And at recess, these two little twin girls said, when you pulled that horn out, it was awesome. And then she looked at me and she said, you are so cool.
Oh.
But it is, and I mean, Cole and I and our Dr. Wallace texted us and said, Branson Bell is on the line, wants to talk to you guys. And I was like, I told Cola this would happen. We would be famous. So,
wow.
So anyway, it's so fun to bring out the Trump. And you know what? This is the thing also, like, get out of your box, do fun things. Like, it's the season to try new things to just spread Christmas cheer. Just have some fun. And so I'm going to add someone different.
Like, it's okay to be weird. The kids love it.
And it doesn't matter. So
not that it's weird to play an instrument when, you have had it since high school and it gets stuck.
And I was never a first, second, or third chair either. I was like number 12. But you know what? I bet those people that are first and second now probably aren't even playing their trumpet now.
No.
But I'm still using my talent for God.
That's right.
Well, I feel like it's for God, our children.
Yeah.
But God's using me to spread Christmas cheer.
Well, and those kids could be inspired to one day join band.
100%.
See?
So it's just a win-win all the way around. So that's my excitement.
Good job. Nice work. All right.
So sticking with the Christmas theme.
Yes.
I was trying to think, this is a very stressful time of year for people, and there's a lot on their plate. How can we be helpful?
We are looking to see how
can we make their life easier?
And that's really what this podcast does, right?
Yes, taking stress from their life, throwing it away, and giving them something.
You're welcome.
So today we're going to talk about the best white elephants that we've heard, seen. I've talked to some people. So because you know what? Every time you turn around, guess what? This season, you have to bring a white elephant gift.
Yes.
I'm having a party at my house. Guess what it is? A white elephant gift. So I'm going to share these ideas so you're going to take some stress off there. And we're going to, I have my list and we have your list.
Yes. And I think we need to talk first.
Okay.
Because there are different interpretations of white elephant gifts.
Okay.
So when
true.
So when you hear bring a white elephant gift, in your mind you think,
I actually go two different ways. Okay. One, I think it's something you just take from home and you bring. Like junk is what I think.
Junk.
And then the other one is something funny that people will find funny.
Okay.
So those are the two I think.
So I agree.
Okay.
But when you say funny, like, is there a line where it went too far?
I think it depends what party you have in your house. Because, like,
yes.
I'm thinking of the parties I'm going to, I am more conservative in my choices.
Yes.
Now, you might have some, because you know what? I did go to a white elephant gift, and there were some things that I actually got a white elephant gift that was a little bit on the...
risque?
A little bit.
Okay.
I've actually bought lingerie for a white elephant gift.
You have?
Because I have the friends that I was getting with are very conservative, and they would never wear lingerie. So I thought it would be funny if that's what they have to open because they would die of embarrassment.
Oh, well,
and so I've done it twice.
So is that on our list?
No,
lingerie?
It wasn't even on the list. But you know what? And it was slinky
undergarments.
Lingerie. Yes. And I still today say, have you worn that thing I bought you? Because I bought you as a gift.
Did they tell you?
They say absolutely not. And I said,
well,
that's rude.
A shame.
I bought a gift for you. Why would you not wear it?
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So there's that too.
Okay. So that's, and I think this is a good point to bring up. Know your audience and know your levels because, so when I first started teaching at my 5-6 building, we had Christmas parties every year. Bring a white elephant gift. It was not on school property. Okay. You would go to a restaurant and there were really funny gifts that appeared. And I jumped on the bandwagon with that. You know, like some of it's a little risque. Some of it was not. And I really enjoyed that. Okay.
Well, you know what? My list is for school functions.
Okay.
Your list can be for small settings.
Okay.
And mine can be for small settings too, but mine's appropriate for school.
Okay, because that's what happened when I came to this building. We had white elephant gifts, and I was like, hand raised. Can you tell me what your interpretation is of white elephant gifts? Because it was at school.
We do open it at school.
You open it at school, and even then you can get a little bit.
Yeah,
but you can't take it too far. And so it ended up being like the junk from my house I didn't want.
I think I got a few of those from you.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
All right.
You go first.
Okay.
What would you think in a school appropriate?
Okay. One of the funniest things that I saw.
Yes.
Is that someone brought 20 gift cards and only one had $5 on it.
They gave it to me.
That was funny.
I got it, but here's what's funny about it is they told me that only one had anything on it, and there were two, and one of them had a good chunk of money on it.
Wow.
So it wasn't $5. I got like $20-something out of
that. See, and that's funny though. That's a great white elephant gift.
It was. And actually,
did you have to call on all of them? How did you work it?
I actually went into Starbucks.
And just have them.
Yes. And I said, so kind of weird, but, and I think it was something like, I think you can look them up on Starbucks, but I don't remember why I didn't. Maybe I didn't.
It takes too much time to type in all those numbers.
Maybe that's why, but it was like, joke was on them because I was like, oh my gosh, I just ended up with like $20-something.
That's a nice, and so I think that's funny.
Yeah, so what they did, and the lady that helped me at Starbucks was like, actually, I helped her with this, so that's funny. And so, yeah, it was a coffee mug with, I don't know, there were like 15, 20 cards in there. That was a great one.
It was a great one. I thought that was one of my all-time favorites.
Yes, that was very good. Okay. I will go with one that I think this could go either way.
Okay.
This could go either direction. I think that one of the best, not just best, I've seen this multiple times, approached differently, but if you can find an awkward picture of somebody that they don't know about, and you can frame it, display it. Is this on your list?
No, but I have like 3 pictures of myself in this building that comes up every white elephant. So this is not a good. Yes, if you're doing it for me, do not do this.
No, listen, it's fabulous. I'm going to give 2 examples. One, when I got going with this white elephant with my friend, there were pictures that were sent out through school email, and I just saw her in the background, and she had like her face forward and her teeth out, I don't know, and like her arms were up, and she looked so weird. And so I printed that off, cut it out, put it in a little old frame that I had. Yes. And that was the white elephant gift.
It is funny when it's not you.
Yeah, and she didn't know who had given it out. And she's like, who did this? Who did this? And then she asked people, but she never asked me, so I never volunteered.
I'm shocked she didn't know it was you. You were the first person I would think of.
It was early in it was like in the first couple of years of teaching that I had. And so she was like, who did this? And then she's like, I don't care I'm fine that somebody did it, but it's just bothering me that nobody said they did it. Christine Pruitt, one of my good friends.
But funny.
She just couldn't. And finally, I just walked up to her and I was like, you haven't asked me. And she was like, what? And I'm like, you haven't asked me. And she's like, asked you what? And I'm like, about the gift. And she's like, did you? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, ah. And then the other one, it was definitely you. I got that one. It's in an ornament. It's in an ornament, one of those clear ones, which is fabulous. Has the picture of you hugging on somebody
tightly,
face on her body.
It was good loving.
It was good loving, and
it's still going around today. I think it's been going around for like 5 years. It needs to go bye-bye.
It's been longer than that because in my last year in this building, I got that gift, and then
Please tell me you took it with you.
No. I gifted it to somebody.
Not to give it to the people in middle school. Please tell me it's not going around the white elephant gift at middle school, because I will die.
It is not. I gifted it to somebody in your building and said, I know you will make sure this comes back.
I'm going to hope it doesn't show up this year. I'm going to hope.
Well, hopefully it showed up last year because
I think it did. It comes up every year.
Yeah.
Every year. It's got to go. I hope I get it one year.
No. Oh. No, you don't ever need that. Okay.
This was another one that I really liked. This wasn't supposed to be a white elephant gift, but I think this would be a funny one. But when we do Tiger Pals and we trade a gift, one of our teachers, Miss Nichols, did not know that we weren't trading a certain day, so she bought a poinsettia, and then it died. And so she didn't have anything else on the day that we exchanged gifts. She brought it was a poinsettia. It was some kind of plant. When we revealed who it was, she brought the dead plant. She's like, sorry, I didn't have anything else and it was dead.
Why? She didn't water it?
I don't know. But I was like, that'd be so funny to buy a poinsettia and just let it die and then put it as a white elephant gift, because that's what we all do. We kill them.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So that was actually a really great idea.
I think that's a great one. A dead plant. Yeah. Something if you want to take it further, a dead animal.
Listen, if you are in my building, do not take her advice as the white elephant gift that we will exchange, okay?
I just thought of another good one. I think what another good one would be like some kind of remote controlled something. And then
it's not a good idea.
And then when they open
it jumps out or it goes.
You push the button and make it go.
Well, it'd be funny if I did it, but I'd probably scare myself. So no, not a good idea.
Such a good idea. Wow. I'm going to have to write that one
down
and save it for later. I've got some of those things,
I know you do.
In my purse right now. No,
you do.
Okay. I like any of your as seen on TV things.
Oh, that's actually a great idea.
Yeah, like the things that you would not buy. And I don't know, just because they're so random and I can't even honestly think of
those feet that you prop your feet up to go to the bathroom, those things.
Yeah, like a heated footy things or something.
Actually, I think that's a great. I would actually love to get those things.
See, that was a decent one.
That's a good one.
So there's stores for that, down in Branson, as seen on TV. Walk in there.
I like it. Walmart sells a lot of them by the cash register.
I've seen them on TV.
Yeah, I love it.
Torch lights.
See? That's actually a great idea.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I felt
as seen on TV.
The one I have is another one I think is funny. When you open a candle, it's been burnt halfway.
Oh,
and you're so excited because candles are expensive, and then you open them, you're like, oh my gosh, they're almost gone.
Yeah, that's a good one. Have you seen those candles that have stuff written on the outside?
They usually are bad things.
Well, some of them are. I saw one this is my last nerve and notice it's on fire.
That's funny.
I'm like, that's good.
That's actually really fun. I have lots of people that I can give that to. That's funny.
So I do one time on a white elephant, and that was in this building because you keep it chill.
Yeah.
From our actual wedding, we had handed out little tea light candles that were scented and whatever, colored like our wedding theme. And I never used them. So I had a basket of them and I just dumped the basket in a bag, and that's what I brought.
You know what? That would be a good gift for some people.
I'm pretty sure the best part about white elephants is the reaction of the individuals that get stuff. You sit there and you wait.
Oh, I know.
You're like, how are they going to react to this? And then sometimes you have people who are like, thank you.
And you always have some people that go with a nice gift. You're like, it's a white elephant. And you're like, why could I not? That's like a nice gift that you're getting. Like a $20 gift card. And then I'm like, I want to get that gift. I got a picture of myself to hang on there that I'm smushing somebody's head against my bosoms. And I'm like, that's not the gift we want. That's not it.
Yeah, that's why you almost have to send out what you mean
Yeah.
by white elephant gifts.
Yeah, but I think people should know what a white elephant gift is.
That's why we're doing this episode.
Okay, good.
So people now know. Am I up here?
You're up.
Okay, so one of my favorite things is things that can be used in the classroom. I mean, if you're a classroom setting or office, but it's weird, but it can be seen all year. And then again, it could be passed along or not. Yeah. Such as there was a fish stapler.
Oh.
There was a fish stapler that kept getting passed from person to person. And I don't think it worked very well, if at all. But
it
something
looked nice on
that.
The desk.
Yes, right now on my wish list, there's a hot dog stapler.
Is there actually?
Yes. On my Amazon wish list, I have a hot dog stapler. Because how cool would that be? A stapler that looks like a hot dog?
I feel like that's awesome.
Or tape dispenser that looks like it's a chicken and it's coming.
And that's something you would never get for yourself, but it's funny.
Yes.
That's a good way. I agree with that's a good way.
So that's where I am. Even with the as seen on TV things, those things that are funny.
But you can use them.
You can use them.
Yes.
And it's a conversation starter.
Well, one of the ones I got last year, I got a yodeling pickle.
A yodeling pickle?
Yeah, it's a plastic thing. And when you move it, it goes, and it yodels, and I'll bring it next week and show you.
That's weird.
But it's kind of a good conversation. Like when kids are angry, I like, oh, look here. And they're like, so their mind gets off of things and they kind of like it. So it's kind of used in the classroom.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't even know. Honestly, it had been years since I had even thought about the fish stapler. But when I think about white elephant gifts, I do think about that. And then I started creating my Amazon wish list, and I was like, what are weird things that I would like in my classroom? And then I saw it, and I was like, a hot dog stapler?
That is good.
So I feel like that's something you can do.
No, I actually like that.
Okay. Visible, but funny.
I like it.
Items.
Now listen, my friend Laura told me this one, which I think is brilliant. I hate to even say it out loud because I want to use it, but it's called fish and chips. And you open it up and it's a real goldfish and a bag of chips.
You get them a goldfish?
Yes. And a bag of chips.
Gosh.
How would you not be so irritated if that's what you got? Because then you can't kill the goldfish.
Oh my
So then you're stuck with taking care of this fish.
And it's gonna die.
But there's a lot of stress with it. But how funny is that?
Fish and chips. What's the chips? Regular chips?
Rather just a bag of potato chips.
But a fish.
But a real fish.
Wow. I thought you were gonna say fish, goldfish crackers.
That's what I thought so too. And when she said a real goldfish, I was like, not that.
It's a whole nother level.
It's a whole nother level. I wish I knew. I wish I was drawing names as a white elephant because that would be amazing to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would be.
Now I
would figure out who's now if I ever am with Laura, I'm gonna make sure she gets it back.
Well, because in our white elephant gift here at school, we just set it outside our door, and so that would not work because they move it around all day. Kids do. Yeah. And so that fish would not live a good life. No, that would be scary. But
no. So mine's not. This would not be school appropriate.
Okay.
Just letting you know. This goes with your lingerie idea, though. That's not school appropriate.
No, I would not bring that to school.
No, I think that things like that are a little bit on the risque side. My mom loves to gift her son-in-laws with things that are not appropriate really, but funny.
Okay.
Because they don't they're not like my mom, and they don't think it's funny, but they're like, okay, what about this
awkward.
man mitten? What do you want with this man mitten? You know? And so I will admit and say that on White Elephant Gifts, I appreciate that my mom gets these weird things.
I like it for it.
And then I pass it along to the next group. So there's been soap in weird shapes or forms that are supposed to clean weird things or areas. There have been man mittens. There have been all kinds of things like that. And I think this is important, people. If you bring those things, be very casual when you put it in the pile.
And don't make a scene.
Don't act like...
Don't let them know it's you.
Don't let them know it's you. That is important in white elephants because, again, if you bring in the goldfish and chips,
you're gonna
no one needs to know.
No.
If you bring in a somewhat dirty or risque gift, no one needs to know.
No.
Now,
I'm not going to keep you secrets, so that's why I don't do things like that. Because I would not be able to. I would cave because
these would be the places that I re-gift, Robin.
Yeah.
If I get these things, I don't need them, but I'll pass them along.
And I have to say, the day that I brought the lingerie, I did get an apron that looks like I'm barely dressed man.
Barely dressed man.
Yeah, I think it had Speedos on.
Yeah.
And I was very pumped. It looked like I had a lot of.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I wear it, which I do
You
sometimes, it is funny. I actually laugh every time. I might have to pull that out.
Gosh.
That was a funny one too.
All right, you got another?
You know what? This one is when you get the fake lottery ticket and it says you win and you get excited. I feel like that's just mean though because
Here's the thing.
Someone said that was one they liked that they got.
Yeah, or just regular lottery tickets.
No, that's a good one.
Like just get them regular lottery tickets. You could do that. I support. I had one year we had a white elephant, and it did happen at school. And somebody got a gift card to what is the liquor store? One of the liquor stores. A liquor
Brown
store.
Derby.
Yes.
Okay, not that I don't know why I know that because
Robin.
No, I do not. So
she has a membership. Good job. It's fine,
There's
Robin. You don't have to explain the brown paper bag.
Listen,
okay.
There's a food place in their restaurant, and my friends like to go eat.
Yeah,
I've never been there though.
I've
never been there.
I have. So what do you want, Robin? I was the designated driver, though. Does that make you feel better about this?
You know what? I just go back to your gift.
Okay. So I jumped in from yours.
Okay.
You had lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Said you could do that. Gift cards. That this person got that one, and we thought that was hilarious.
That is funny
because it was like Christmas break, and we're like, "That's funny." Like, yeah, like that's something that people may use and may want to use right now. The fake lottery ticket. The problem with that is it's happened so many times now. You have to be suspicious anytime you get a lottery ticket.
And then you worry that what if you think it's a fake when it's really a real one?
Yeah, you got to read the back.
Oh, is that what
the back tells you?
Okay, that's good to know.
It's like call 1-800-YOU-FOOL or something. Like, yeah.
That's actually probably exactly what it is.
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you. I just came up with that on the fly.
You were very good.
And that I don't have any others.
Anyway, you know what?
Wow.
You are welcome.
Yes.
So you were worried and you're like, what am I going to do? Look, we just gave you almost 15 ideas.
You gave me some great ideas. I feel like this is the season of getting amazing gifts for people.
I am excited. I have 2 coming up, so I'm looking forward to both of those.
Way to go, Robin.
Okay.
Good
so
idea.
Anyway. All right. You know what? Our challenge is I have just been challenged by our middle school friends. And so I don't have a scripture today. I just think this is the season for kindness. And I just want to challenge someone through this Christmas to school's out. Let's do it to school's out. You have like a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe. Yeah. Do something kind for someone, whatever it is. I know we talk about this a lot. And I know some of you guys are listening. You're like, okay, But listen, this is the season. This is the
kindness is never not cool, people.
Listen, Lady Liberty is here to tell you.
Please look us up on YouTube just so you can see Robin, her attire this week.
Yes, go do something kind. It meant so much to us. And honestly, the popcorn and drink was perfect on a Friday. But honestly, those notes meant so much. And so it really was nice. So you know what? Just spread some kindness.
And
spread some kindness.
Be willing. I mean, you can also, not that you can do it individually, but you could be your team, your department, get together and just say, what is something we can do?
Yes.
You know, and it doesn't have to be for an entire building.
No.
It could just be for another department, or
Yeah.
it could be just for another team of teachers,
Exactly.
another grade level. Like, what is something you can do? Because it is contagious too. Like,
it is. And you can, because we even joke, because Nicole Amstead, who works with me, she's like, oh, they want to see kindness, we'll show them kindness. So it's like a competition. I was like, I'm not sure that's exactly where we're going, but what she's saying is, like, it does make you excited. Like, what can we do for them next? Like, that was so nice. Let's do something for them. And so it does catch on. It's the excitement of it.
Absolutely.
So, well, you know what? Have an amazing week. You guys can make it. You just have a couple more weeks. Don't give up, and have a great week. This is Listen.
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin.
And Jill.
See you later.